going on, guys? Jesse504 here, back once again with APL Insurgence weeks 4 and 5. I've been pretty busy, so I just kind of had to compound these into one video. Also, no live comms. I've just been having to play these games on the go a lot. So we got 2 games today. First one against Hideout. Or I guess the team that I brought was my Cinderace, Flygon, Mega, Hoopa, Delta Unbound, Delta Darm, Delta Tang, and Delta Electivire. And then the team that he brings is Corviknight, Aromatisse, Delta Regice, Delta Gardevoir, Delta Haxorus, and Mega Delta Lop. I knew going into this matchup was going to be really tough, just because Delta Regice is such a pain. I really brought Evire pretty much specifically for that. I mean, it had a solid matchup all around, so yeah. And let me just mute that tab real quick. I lead my Darm and get a knock. So one thing, I'm probably going to have to pause a lot. I knock off the Scarf. Scarf Corv? That was wow. And then I realized sort of a little bit later in the game, this guy kind of preps much harder than I do. Really just going into it, doing the calcs. I don't do that too much for this league. I forgot Draco Jet was a move, so that really fucked me over a little bit. But yeah, I just send out my my Tangrowth, which walled. We get 46 on a crit onto the Delta Regice, and I just had to go into my Evire, which got Toxic. I'm Life Orb, so that chip is really going to start adding up. As I fire off a Volt Switch, but I was fine with that because if I stayed in, EQ, and he, after the game, told me max HP, max defense, Gardevoir, and I was like, damn, that's crazy, but, and he was like, that crit totally mattered, and he was calcing for attack investment when I was actually 252 adamant, so it didn't really end up mattering. It would have gone down to, pretty much anything right after, even if it lived, which it only had a 50% chance, give or take, to live that. So yeah. But then he just went out into his Lop. I needed to save this, so I would just go my Tang, U-turn, with Rough Skin Rocky Helmet, racking up a ton of chip, and then the Delta Regice comes out. I have to bring out my Evire again. Goes for a Scald. I'm pretty much forced to go for a Wild Charge. He has the Wakan Berry, which fucks me over hard. That would have definitely killed without, but instead he just recovers up. I'm forced to go out into my Hoopa, fire off a Thunderbolt, and he just goes for an Ice Beam. I have my Yachi Berry, but now he's going to be getting a pretty free switch into the Corv. I was like, I need to kill. I went for Aeroblast just because I figured he would want to keep it around. Aeroblast, and it would get the kill anyways, but yeah, okay, so I plot in front of this Aromatisse, which misses a Toxic, which is really fortunate for me. I get an Aeroblast and it doesn't quite go down, and then I'm Toxic now. I probably should have been more patient with this, just because my Cinderace set was Agility Baton Pass, and so had I passed Speed into this, I probably just would have won there, to be honest, but instead I didn't. So Rough Skin Rocky Helmet takes out the Lop, and now the Regice comes back. Had I just invested in a little bit of speed, I would have been able to kill there, which was really unfortunate. But now we just kind of get stalled out by this Regice, and that's pretty much the game. I mean, yeah, we die there to a crit that, we can get off a Thunderbolt here, but then he can just kind of recover stall us, which he does, and it's just sort of a pain here. Regice Delta is a broken mon. I also brought a bit less serious prep, especially compared to him, and I'm not saying that's any excuse, but I just kind of didn't really have that much time to throw into this. So yeah, but meh, I'll lose to this. I don't want to subject to through all this. There we go. So we lose to this freaking dumb Pokemon. No Wakan Berry, and I won, so the Wakan Berry is definitely great prep on his part. But yeah, let's see how we bounce back this week up against Bob. So I played with him mid-draft, just round 7, just for fun. and we were able to win that, which was nice. Gave me some confidence here. He has like a webs team around Galvantula, but Galvantula is his fastest thing, so I sort of was able to make use of that. The team that I brought was different this time. So he brings Dark Urshifu, Mega Milotic, Ferrothorn, Moltres, Florges, and Galvantula, and I bring Cinderace, Mega Flygon, Hoopa Delta Unbound, Empoleon, Delta Tangrowth, and Delta Tentacruel in its debut game. Has a fantastic matchup, really, mostly against Mega Milo, but Florges as well, so I figured I would want to bring that. Let me mute that again, but I lead Cinderace, new nickname. I just go for a U-turn and get, unfortunately, flame-bodied. I forgot that could happen just because I was fire-type. But he air slashes me. I knew he was scarfed. So had I Mega'd my Flygon, I would have lost it there. But I kept it unmega'd so I could just fire off an Ancient Roar and kill. I just put Ancient Roar on there right before, which was really nice. But Mega Milo gets hard-walled. I knew Ferrothorn was coming in, so I just wanted to knock off its leftovers and then get a layer of T-Spikes up before getting critted by Gyro Ball. But I could go into my Hoopa, which had a great moveset this game, firing off a Heat Wave, able to take out Ferrothorn. And out comes the Urshifu, and obviously I have my Mon to handle the Urshifu. I'm not sure why exactly he would Wicked Blow there, but Life Orb, Rough Skin, Rocky Helmet, Poison, he literally just took 50% for using one move. And then I'll get a layer of Spikes up as well. I knew Florges had to go for a Defog here, so out comes my Defiant Empoleon. It was mostly Defiant just for webs, but I also brought a shit ton of Hazard Stack this game. So yeah, Liquidation, I'm running Physical. I'm not sure why you Protect there, but he fires off a Wish, and then I kill the Florges. And then out comes the Urshifu. I'm going to have to go out into my Tang. He goes for CC, takes damage for Rough Skin, Rocky Helmet, Poison, Life Orb, but not after being wished, so I knew that he would die. Close Combats kills me, but that's fine. He takes Rough Skin, Rocky Helmet, Life Orb, and Poison, so Delta Tentacruel picks up a kill. And now Galvantula comes out. I just go Cinderace. Pyro Ball, while burned, still knocks this thing to Sash because I am banded. And then we get Webbed up. He goes Mega Milo. I go for another Pyro Ball. Prism Guard actually triggers there because Pyro Ball is non-contact. So I just went Empoleon. Got my Defiant boost for switching into the webs because I knew Milo couldn't touch me. But I also couldn't do much back. So he goes for a flip turn. I'm not really sure why. His Galv is on 1%. So I was just able to knock that out. And then Mega Milo comes back out. I was scared that I was going to be recover stalled again. That was like, oh no. But I had my Hoopa still, pretty much intact. So he scalds me. I knew I could take that easily. I went for a T-Bolt just to gauge how much he could do to me. But he recovers up, and because I'm Nasty Plot Hoopa, I knew I'd just get 2 up and I win, but because he recovered there. So this was pretty much just a guaranteed win, unless I really got crit burnt. I get burnt, but I did not get crit. So I was able to just drop a T-Bolt, even after Prism Guard. Hoopa's still alive. We bounced back with a 4-0 dub, so now we're sitting at 5-1 plus a lot, plus 17, yeah, okay. So, looking pretty solid for playoffs. One more win, I think, should lock us in, just because I know 2 more wins for a fact will lock us in, but 1 more should do the trick. I'm pretty sure 8 teams out of 16 make it in, so should be good, even with a 5-5 record. Just because I have a solid differential, but obviously we're going to strive for better than that. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this, and until next time, Jesse504 out. Peace.